Simon, you're aware of this. This video has emerged online of Anthony Joshua confronting a group of university students. Now, hear me out. No, this is actually what happened. He confronts a group of university students who reportedly, presumably hanging out a window, taunted him regards having a glass chin. Now, here's the situation. What did Joshua do? Did it fall on deaf ears? No, it didn't. It enraged Joshua so much so that he got in front of them, confronted them with it, said, "What are you all on about?" Have a listen. This is what unfolded. Here's Joshua confronting the students.
Remember you're running up, because when I bring people up here and I start cracking your glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, none of you will like it. Watch your mouth, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I know, listen, all that public eyeball, I ain't into all that.
So the students were taunting him about having a glass chin, probably in respect to the Andy Ruiz fight. And Joshua got in front of him, as you heard there, said, "Watch your mouth. Watch what can happen here." Now, many people might be surprised at that he took it so seriously and thought, "I'm not having that, and I'm going to confront them." What's your take on that?
Well, I saw the video.
Right.
And it was tweeted by Curtis Woodhouse, the boxer. And I saw the video in isolation and really couldn't make out a lot of what was said. But I got the general gist of it, that he was confronting kids for taunting him. And then I got the transcript about the actual wordage, the exact verbiage that was used.
What was it?
And he's basically telling, no. You heard the bulk of it, but you get more of a context when you see it printed on a screen. I saw it on one of the news networks last night. And also, ironically, his cousin was talking to Michelle last night. So the background to this is, I think he's absolutely right. I think that these kids in this society think they can say things on social media, run around doing precisely what they want, and they can replicate it in society. That's why you've got these silly sods running on football pitches and young kids hanging on crossbars and breaking football goals because they think they can do. Anthony Joshua gave them a life lesson, which is maybe the language about whatever particular word he used, BS, but he told these kids, run around, you can't say what you want to say to people. You can't just say these things and not be accountable for it. Can you imagine these little snot-gobbling kids taunting you out the window, and the heavyweight champion of the world stands in front of you, former heavyweight champion of the world, and says, "Hold on a second, you're going to say this to the wrong person one day, and that person is going to show you what a glass jaw looks like."
This is Anthony. Why does he get himself drawn into it?
Because, well, why shouldn't he?
Well, look at what we suffer every single day. For those who don't know,
and I'll tell you what,
there's a lot of very complimentary messages to Simon and myself. There's the odd...
So I couldn't care less.
Do one,
and they wouldn't have the balls to walk up to you in the street and say it.
I don't go offering myself out to everybody.
He didn't. He went into a situation and he confronted with these kids and made them accountable and have a bit of respect. Have a bit of respect. This society that we live in is based upon no respect. That's why you're seeing pitch invasions. That's why you're seeing 16-year-old kids running around doing precisely what they think they can do.
And there's some old guys on the pitch as well, incidentally.
And they were setting an example that no one should follow. But let's look at the younger people and look at their attitude towards things. I'm all for young people expressing themselves. I have a young daughter. I want her to have the best life she can have. But I'm also for respect in society, and respect is something you earn.
I agree.
Whatever I think of Anthony Joshua as a legitimate heavyweight champion of the world, he's entitled to respect. He's not entitled to some snot-gobbling little 17-year-old kid shouting out the window, glass jaw, and then Anthony goes up to him, and I genuinely believe my first reaction was, oh, I don't know about that. My second reaction, when I bothered to look at it and actually go into the depth of it, was, actually, I'll make you right.
Is he entitled to respect?
I think he's earned the right to have respect. I think he's been an incredible leading light in British boxing. However I view him as a fighter, he's won the heavyweight championship of the world twice. Social media is one world. You can't now go out and run around doing precisely what you want in the real world. And here's somebody, you've just had reality, a bit of reality. You had the privilege and the disadvantage of somebody of this stature stand in front of you and go, "I don't think so." Now, maybe those kids will have learned something in that environment so that when they think about running on a football pitch or when they think about doing something that is against the societal expectation or reasonable behaviour, they might remember that particular situation where the heavyweight champion of the world said, "Watch what you're saying and who you think you're saying it to. You're not sitting in your mum's bedroom with your pants around your ankles being rude to people that are famous. You've got the real deal in front of you." And I actually admire him for doing it.
I'm just surprised that it bothered him that much.
No, it didn't. I mean, it wouldn't have. If I was in his shoes, I'd have done the same thing. I had a situation years and years and years ago when I was the owner of Palace, and I'm sat there, doing my brains in financially, and I got a group of fans sitting across from me, calling me an FNC and insulting me in front of my mum, right? And the following week, I stood in their seats, no stewards, no big production, and I waited for these fans to come back in and said, "Got something to say to me?" Got something? Oh no, we didn't mean it. It was just we didn't mean it. You did mean it. Because you were saying these things to me. Now say it to me. I'm here right in front of you. No security guards, no stewards. I'm here saying the same things. Oh, we didn't mean it. Now, I'm not suggesting it's the same thing, but I do believe that some people need to be confronted and they gain more from it. And there's an accountability. And I admire him for doing it because the backlash to this is some people, some snowflakes and some Herberts are going to use it to bring Anthony Joshua down, and that's not right in this instance, in my view.
So what about Anthony Joshua? You heard Simon there, no uncertain terms, well done Joshua. Should he be criticised for his reaction by confronting them face to face, or should he have just let it go? As many of us have had to do. You've had to let it go. It's hardly a day goes by I don't walk through Waterloo Station and I'm abused.
When I get some of these Man City fans or Newcastle fans piling into me on social media, I'd love them to phone in. And you've seen me say, well, phone in, come and say to my face, or come in and say to my face.
Okay.
So if I had the opportunity, as Joshua had done, I'd take it too.
You take it. All right. Was Joshua, did he do the right thing when he confronted the snowflakes / Herberts? 03717 223344.
Mouthy little nitwits is what they are.
There you go. 81089.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.